Welcome in, everybody. Before we get into this morning's update, I want to go over a quick overview of what's transpiring to start the trading day and the end of the trading week as it turns out. First, we know yesterday, huge victory for XRP Ripple as the SEC voted to dismiss its case against Brad Garlinghouse and Christian A. Larson. So there will not be any jury trial or any trial at all in April as we thought. So that's been taken care of. This is a huge victory for XRP. And as you can see, the crypto market's gone a little berserk here. The total crypto market cap is up above 1.10 trillion. We've got Bitcoin up to 29,700 approximately, up about 800 points on the day, or 3.3%. We've got XRP retracing down to about the 516 level. We had a beautiful close last night. I'll go over the technical analysis and to see what we need to do to continue this momentum and to show you where we need to get to start fighting that rising channel at 62.5 cents and where we need to get over to get out of this bear flag setup, or at least the top part of a sliced in or spliced bull flag that was designed within this bigger bear flag. I'll show you what needs to happen for XRP to stay on that positive path. So as we know, XRP and Ripple, let me show you very quickly. This is the news from yesterday if you didn't see it. So SEC drops claims against two Ripple Labs executive. We're not going to read this whole thing, just the basis of it. U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission dropped claims against two Ripple Labs executives in its lawsuit alleging the blockchain company violated U.S. securities law according to a court filing in New York on Thursday. The agency said in court papers it is dropping claims that Ripple chief executive Brad Garlinghouse and co-founder Chris Larson aided and embedded sales of cryptocurrency XRP, which a judge has found amounted to unregistered sales of securities in December 2020. The lawsuit, as we know, yada, yada, yada. So that's what happened yesterday. So Christian A. Larson's and Brad Garlinghouse are off the hook. They did not aid and abet in institutional sales, which means institutions are free and clear to come on in and buy with no restriction. So please make sure to hit that like button, as it will greatly help push me through the analytics. And please, please, please share this far and wide. I'll give you a few seconds to hit that like button, and I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Good morning, 10:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Friday, October 20th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So we'll start out with Bitcoin up 2.73%, or up 785 points to 29,518. Bitcoin is attempting to break up and out. We had a little bit of consolidation. Now it looks like a long leg doji is coming in, so that could be the sign of another reversal back up. We're looking to hold this 20-day, which is right around 29,500. We really want to hold this formation at 29,600, approximately 650, and that would allow us another leg up. We bounce off the broadening wedge support. Now we're on this it's the uptrending resistance that tells us whether or not this pattern is mainly bullish or bearish. Really need to get back above here. If we can hold this 29,650 area, which we're a little bit below now, and start pushing back out, that could lead us back up first area to that 30,644 area, which honestly, I'm going to delete that for transparency purposes. If we get back up, you would have another resistance up here at the top of the broadening wedge, since you've used it as a support now, even though we were below it. We very well could have created an inverted head here if this does finish out of here, or this could be an overzealous right arm. But as of right now, our first layer of what's happening here is, can we stay over 29,650 with Bitcoin and start pushing up to the top of the broadening wedge? Otherwise, if we get rejected here, we'll bounce around, and if we lose 28,595, then you know you have to come back down and try to retest this wedge again, or the broadening wedge. You really don't want to keep doing that, though. Now that we're on the top side, we want to go by layer. So right now what we're looking for is 29,650 on the daily close tonight to see how much strength we have, or do we start falling back down now? XRP, the total market cap of XRP, we want to be over 28 billion to start pushing through these resistance. We're right up at the ceiling right now. We want to break this 28 billion, get on the, actually it's 27.77 billion now as we come down on that downtrending resistance. That's where we want to break out of and try to push out towards 30.89 billion. That's where we're at right now this morning. Anything under 28 billion, as we found out before, could lead to a dump. But if you get over this 27.77 billion and start pushing out, that's where you can have some real strength, and that's where you can begin to invalidate this death cross in the daily. As we've bounced off the 20-day, and now we've come over the top. So if we're going to try to invalidate it and play off the weekly golden cross, this is the time. We would want to have a close over 27.75 billion for the week, which we're right about there right now. And if you look at the weekly golden cross with XRP's price action, it's the same thing with XRP. You want to close over that 524 level, try to stay above that 20-day, and ultimately start pushing out past the 537. And that's where we need to start breaking out of. That's the weekly. And the daily, we can see we have the dot cross in the daily time frame. We've bounced off the 20-day. Now we're up to 200-day resistance at 517. So it is really no surprise we're hanging out at this area. We're trying to make it a bullish push, but we need to hold that 517 on the 200-day to first start pushing out of the daily time frame. And then ultimately we need to get over this 53.8 to start pushing up and out of 537. Start pushing up and out and try to retest that 62.5 cents. Which ends up being the rising channel resistance that started in June of 22. And I'll show you this very quickly. And then we'll end on the total crypto market cap. This is the rising channel resistance up here at about 62.5 cents. And that would be our resistance if we were to break past these short-term patterns I just showed you. And then the last thing I want to show you is the total crypto market cap is at 1.099 trillion, up 25.075 billion or 2.34%. It was hanging around the 1.10, but it's pulled down a little bit. It got all the way up to 1.12. And now we're going to see, we talked about a technical target. First layer would be up to 1.139 to see if we're going to hit that. But we must break the second layer up here of 1.21 and ultimately push out of this resistance, this downtrending resistance, to break this narrative. But it does look like there's a little more room to come up, either 1.13 or up here to 1.206. So that's what I'm looking at, right, or 1.21. That's what I'm looking at right now. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got anything out of this update, please make sure to hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel and joining the over 18,600 subscribers. I want to thank the 57 new subscribers yesterday. It was the biggest one-day show of support that I've had in about a month and a half, 2 months. So it's really cool to see that in the last couple of days. We picked up just about 100 subscribers in the past several days. And honestly, the 27 days before that, we had -1 subscriber. So that's a hell of a turn of events. And I can't thank each and every one of you enough who decided to hit that subscribe button. If you want to show me extra support, you can always join Tom's Army to pay it forward, as I don't do paid promotions, advertisements, or sponsorships of any kind. And I don't charge for any of my content because I want you to learn everything at your own pace. And I believe when you have the information, you should be willing to share it. And that's why I do it. And then if you want to send me a YouTube super chat or join Tom's Army, that's obviously in the video description. If you're looking to trade XRP or your favorite crypto, worldwide users MEXC, USA users FEMX, that's all in the video description below and or pinned comments. Have a blessed morning. Don't forget to give thanks to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And I will catch you this afternoon on the Midday Market Report.